Stalingrad itself, a city of tents and ruins, has given its name to one of the major battles of history. Here was the turning point of the tremendous German offensive in the east. Here the Germans were halted and defeated. And since the Battle of Stalingrad, they have suffered defeat after defeat at the hands of the Red Army. Today, though Stalingrad is still a city of ruins, the Soviet people are beginning to rebuild. And if Russian valor could hold the city against all the strength at Hitler's command, then certainly Russian patience and industry will build the city again. Medals, scores of them, have been presented to scores of people, men and women, soldiers and civilians who played their heroic part in the great battle. Few awards can have been more hardly won. Victory at Stalingrad has led to victories all along the 1,000-mile front. In the Kuban, where the Germans have been driven back to the Crimea, further north along the shores of the Sea of Azov, north again at Kharkov, Kursk, Orel, Bryansk, Smolensk, in fact all the way to the Dnieper Line, and in the far north too. All along the line, Soviet gunners have been clearing the way for the Red Army to fight back to the west. And the Red Air Force has been giving the Germans hell, in the sky and on the ground, shooting up the planes of the Luftwaffe, that air force which is already stretched nearly to breaking point thanks to the other fronts created by the Allies. Bombing enemy troop concentrations, destroying communications. Bombing and ground strafing in cooperation with the great surge forward of the Red Army. Perhaps the most remarkable feature of the Russian advance is that for the first time it has been achieved during the summer. The Russian winter is still to come, and although it would be foolish to prophesy, it would be equally foolish to forecast a quiet winter for the German armies in the east. These Russian newsreel pictures illustrate only a fraction of the battles that have been raging up and down the line during the summer. They are a portent for Germany of greater defeats and disasters yet to come. The Soviet has driven the Germans back from the Volga to the Dnieper, from the gates of Moscow to White Russia, and they won't stop there. Allied attacks in the south and the west will certainly grow in weight, and the Russian drive from the east will equally certainly continue. This is Movietone.